Well, greetings everybody. In this video, we're going to be painting some old vintage motorcycle plastics. It's for my 1975 Honda XL125 Franken bike. In this video, I'm just going to show you how we're going to prep the old plastics for paint, all the materials we're going to be using, and by the end of this, we're going to have some shiny painted fenders. Now, I've done this before on a lot of vintage stuff. Basically, we're just using the same process that some body shops use to paint plastic bumpers and stuff like that on automobiles. So stick around if you want to check out how it's done, and we'll see the end result here at the end of the video. Let's take a look at the fenders. They're in good shape. They're still nice and flexible, but they're definitely sun faded, all chalky. No cracks though. A couple little modifications I need to clean up here. That was to fit the CB125 rack on the bike. But there's this one hole here I need to fix. This is visible when it's on the bike, so I'm going to do a little plastic welding, give you a little bonus material here before I start painting, fill that hole. I should be clean on that side. Alright, let's weld that hole. Let's get ourselves a welding rod. Come on! Dang, that's tough stuff. That's gone. Okay, let's do some plastic welding. See my little hole right there that we're going to fix. When I'm said and done, you're not going to see this from the outside. Start from the underside. I'm going to melt this guy into the hole. A little hotter than that. Iron's not quite hot enough yet. Yep, keep pushing that material through the hole. And we'll flip it over here in a second and take a look, see if I'm high enough. Got to build it up a little bit, so I'm going to keep pushing. I don't want to heat up too much of the outside area so I don't warp this. But yeah, I'll just take a little piece and I'll keep pushing that through until the melted stuff is above that level there. Yep, now we're at the point where I can... A little piece of stainless steel screen. Push, we're going to melt that into there. So melt a little plug to the fender for a little reinforcement. Smooth that around. I don't care about making this all that pretty on the underside, since you'll never see this. Now to smooth this off with the iron, and at that point, I'll do some sanding. Heat it up enough so you're actually melting your plug to the plastic. Smooth off any excess. We'll let that set up, sand it smooth. Okay, the plastic weld is cooled down. Now I'm just going to take some 220 grit sandpaper and we're going to sand this whole thing smooth. It'll take a while, but we'll get there. And there we go. We've got no more hole. Yeah, once I prime and paint everything, you are not gonna ever know there was a hole there. Okay, so I've got some 80 grit sandpaper, and that's for the inside. I want to have something really gritty to have a lot of teeth for the epoxy primer to stick to. You know, underside of the fender is gonna be a lot of rocks and mud up here. I've had good luck in the past. Just using 80 grit epoxy primer, and it does not rock chip on anything I've tried in the past. So, definitely looks a little rough when it's all said and done, but it's barely noticeable because you'd have to get under the bike to see it. End goal is to sand it with 80 grit and get all that chalkiness off of there back down to bare plastic. Alright, so we got the inside sanded with 80 grit, and I'm going to use 220 on the outside. It's kind of a little too gritty for like normal body work, but I want to give the primer some teeth here to stick to so this doesn't come flaking off in the future. Should be able to sand everything smooth in primer with 400 grit, and everything should look silky smooth once I'm said and done. Yeah, the goal here is to get all the old paint and chalkiness off. A couple little scuffs there, but I'll be able to get those out. Next thing I want to do, clean everything off with some wax and grease remover. Once that dries up, give it a quick shot of plastic adhesion promoter on both sides, and then we'll mix up some epoxy primer, and I'll give that a very light dusting coat inside and out. And then once that's setting up, I'll mix up some 2K urethane high build primer, put a couple of coats of that on there, and then I'll start block sanding everything with 400 grit, then down to 600 grit, get everything super duper smooth. I might need to, depending on if there's any deep scuffs that I can see, I'll probably give that a second coat, sand that down again, and then once that's all sanded and ready to go, I'll mix up the Shopline JAU single stage urethane paint, and that will be glossy, glossy, glossy. I need to go get more adhesion promoter. Oh, the goal for the adhesion promoter, you spray that down and it makes the plastic a little bit gummy. So whatever primer you put over the top of it will stick better. But yeah, we'll get over there and mix up the epoxy primer right now. The epoxy primer, I'm just going to put the thinnest coat on there. The goal is to not make it thick to build up and sand down. The goal is to put something down that will stick to the plastics as good as anything can. And at that point, we'll use the 2K urethane primer for our high build and sanding. 2 to 1. That should do. Spray the epoxy primer on. I'll be right back. Yep, just one little thin coat on the inside and outside of the plastic and my metal license plate bracket. Over here I've got my fiberglass side panels that I made. Those don't need epoxy. I can put urethane directly on that. Yeah, we'll just let that set up and go mix some urethane filler primer. Now our JP202 urethane surfacer primer. I'm going to mix up enough for 2 coats. That should be enough. Undercoat hardener. Make sure I got the right stuff here, not the top coat. Yep, got the right stuff. Alright, we'll stir that up, let it sit for a while. We'll go spray them fenders. Yeah, watch me carry this stuff back into the shed and drip on one of these bikes. Oh, that'd just make my day. Okay, so we got the urethane primer on the side panels and on the fenders. Just one coat for now. Now, of course, a bug landed right there. That's just dandy. Okay, so it's been about 2 hours since I sprayed the primer down. Got everything built up to where, yeah, you can't see any scratches. So now, I'll spray a little guide coat on here. Now what I'm doing here, this will help me block sand this to a mirror shine. So once this sets up, take 400 grit sandpaper and block sand everything, and the goal is to sand away all of the black guide coat, but don't bust through the gray primer into the black epoxy primer below. So if you start sanding and you get rid of all the black, you know you're perfectly smooth, because if you have any low spots or any scratches, those will still remain black. If you have any high spots, you're going to bust through the gray into the black epoxy primer below. So it's kind of a little bit of an art form at this point, but once I get this sanded, these are going to look fantastic. Now it's time for the tedious task of block sanding everything. I've got a piece of 400 grit paper on this foam block. Just gonna do some cross hatching. You can kind of see little dust spots here and there and air bubbles. We'll just keep sanding until those are gone. Be careful on that edge, don't sand too hard. This is eventually going to look nice. Yep, you can see after the first couple minutes of sanding, the low spots that have guide coat still in them. Just got to keep sanding away until that's all gone and everything's gray. And hopefully not sand too much gray away. And we start seeing the black epoxy primer below that. Well, things are coming along. I definitely got this guy good enough to where it's going to look fantastic once I paint it. So I'll just lightly run some Scotch Brite over some of the spots. Rough everything up here. And this fender should be ready to paint. And now for the partial reveal. The paint color on this bike. Well, kind of. This is going to be a little bit different. I kind of like the looks of the 1975 XL125 with the black fenders, black sides, and a lot of color on the tank. So, side panels and the fenders are going to be black on this. And the tank, that's still a secret. That'll come in the tank rebuilding video in the very, very near future. Top coat hardener. A little bit of reducer, and we have paint. Hot. All right, so we got the paint on there. Everything is exceptionally shiny, but I'm gonna take this inside because it's getting windy and I'm getting dust on it, and I don't want to drop it and rage quit. So let this dry up. I'll wet sand it and buff it. Well, the fenders are all dried up. We got it mounted on the bike. Let's see how this looks. That is not going to fit if you ratchet. All right, things are looking pretty darn good. A little dusty right now, but she sure is shiny. Yeah, that is one black bike. Yeah, that looks darn sharp. Mounted up there really nice. Now front, looking good too. It's time to paint the tank. Yeah, I was a big dummy head and I let this thing sit out in the rain. And now it's all spotted up. And oh no, my tank is all rusty. Fortunately, it's not done. Yep. But yeah, if you want to go back and see some of the other build videos on this bike, I recommend this one right here. Or I think you're really going to like these videos over here. Or if you want to see the rest of the bike get built, all the paint and all that stuff, spin on over to my channel. Subscribe, leave a like on the way out, and I'll see you around.